Mr. Speaker, I rise today to talk about an all too familiar topic, and that is gun violence in America, mass shootings in the United States of America. A few days ago, I purchased a card of sympathy for the family of a young man who died way too soon. The card that I finally chose read, "I hardly know what to say." When I think about yet another mass shooting in a country where, through ingenuity and determination, we have solved some of the world's toughest problems and challenges, but yet we have chosen to do nothing about mass shootings, I hardly know what to say. Mr. Speaker, you know last week a man used a semi-automatic rifle to brutally murder 17 children and educators in Parkland, Florida. Unlike past shootings, we have not just moved on. This is because of the survivors, not our generation doing something, but the children. It's because of them. You see, this generation believes that they can change the world. I mean, isn't that exactly what parents taught them, that they can change the world? They believe in what President Obama called the audacity of hope, not our generation, but the generation of our children and grandchildren. And they have stood up to declare what should be obvious to all of us, that every American should have the right to go to school, to go to church, to go to a mall, to go to a movie theater or a nightclub without being brutally murdered by someone with a gun. No less an assault rifle, which greatly diminishes their chances of survival. Sure, high school is tough for some children, but the worst all children should have to fear is whether they can make a friend in a new school, or whether they will make the track team, or whether the boy or girl they like will notice them in the hallway or in class. 150,000 American children have experienced a school shooting. That is not something a great society tolerates. That is something we change. Mr. Speaker, I'm proud of the strength, the courage, the passion of these young people in Florida, not our generation, but the teenagers. And I am also proud of previous survivors and activists who laid the groundwork for the movement that is growing across America. Survivors at the Pulse nightclub shooting have joined Parkland survivors to work for change. That shooting, which took place in my congressional district, was the second worst mass shooting in U.S. history. That is not the only mass shooting to torment Florida. In 2017, a man shot and killed 5 people at the Fort Lauderdale airport. In 2013, a man shot and killed 6 people at an apartment complex in Miami-Dade County. In 1990, a man shot and killed 9 people in Jacksonville. According to the Gun Violence Archives, there have been at least 113 mass shootings, defined as 4 or more persons injured or killed, in Florida since 2013. Instead of simply waiting and responding to mass shootings, we should work to prevent them. We should work to prevent them. We should work to prevent them. As Orlando, Florida's former chief of police, my goal was to not merely save lives of those who experience violence, but we tried to stop the violence from occurring in the first place. When we know better, we are supposed to do better. Some proposals may need more debate, some less. But let us have that debate. As a former law enforcement officer, our job was to enforce the laws and to protect the innocent. As a member of Congress, our job is to create laws that protect the innocent. Well, Congress is failing at that job. The best gift, Mr. Speaker, we can give to our teachers and our students and to every American is to pass legislation that keeps deadly guns out of the hands of bad people. Thoughts and prayers are good, but we have to move our feet.